How to never get angry or bothered by anyone. 11 Stoic lessons. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and your whole morning is ruined. A coworker makes one snide comment, and you replay it in your head for hours. A stranger insults you online, and suddenly you are typing a furious reply to someone you will never meet. Sound familiar? 2,000 years ago, the Stoics faced the same problem, and they solved it. Seneca wrote an entire book on anger. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire surrounded by flatterers and traitors. Epictetus was born a slave and mocked for his limp. Yet these men trained themselves to remain unbothered by anyone. Here are 11 of their lessons, and how to use them today. Lesson 1. Anger is a judgment, not a reflex. Epictetus taught that people are not disturbed by events themselves, but by the opinions they form about those events. The rude email did not make you angry. Your belief that it was an outrage, that it should never have happened, that is what made you angry. This matters because you cannot always control the email, but you can control the verdict you pass on it. Next time a coworker snaps at you, pause and notice the invisible step between their words and your rage. That step is a judgment. And a judgment can be revised. The moment you see this, anger stops being something that happens to you. Lesson 2. Delay is the greatest remedy. Seneca called anger a brief madness, a temporary insanity that hijacks your reason. His advice on anger was simple. The first blow of anger is heavy, but it cannot survive a delay. Anger is a fire that needs immediate fuel. Starve it for even a minute and it begins to die. So when that infuriating message lands in your inbox, do not reply. Write nothing. Wait an hour, or better, a day. Read it again tomorrow and watch how small it has become. What felt like an emergency was just a spark. You refuse to be the kindling. That is the whole trick. Lesson 3. Expect difficult people before you meet them. Marcus Aurelius began his mornings with a strange exercise. He told himself that today he would meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, and rude. Why? Not to become cynical, but to remove the element of surprise. Anger feeds on shock, on the feeling that this should not be happening. But rude drivers exist. Difficult coworkers exist. Expecting them is simply realism. When you walk into the office already knowing that someone may be short with you, their rudeness lands like weather, not like an attack. You prepared for rain, so the rain cannot ruin you. Rehearse the world as it is, not as you wish it were. Lesson 4. Divide the world in two. Epictetus built his entire philosophy on one distinction. Some things are up to you, and some things are not. Your opinions, your responses, your effort, these are yours. Other people's words, moods, opinions, and manners are not. When you rage at a driver who cut you off, you are demanding control over a stranger's steering wheel. You will never get it. Every ounce of anger at things outside your control is energy poured into a hole. So ask one question when someone bothers you. Is this person's behavior up to me? No. Is my reaction up to me? Yes. Then put all your effort where it actually works. Lesson 5. People do wrong out of ignorance, not malice. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that when people act badly, they are acting on what seems right to them. They are mistaken about what is good, the way a person can be mistaken about a math problem. The coworker who takes credit for your idea genuinely believes he deserves it, or that he needs it to survive. That does not excuse him, but it changes your response. You do not scream at someone for getting arithmetic wrong. You correct them if you can, and you move on if you cannot. Pity is more accurate than fury. The offender is confused about how to live, and confusion deserves teaching, not war. Lesson 6. The best revenge is to be nothing like them. When someone wrongs you, the natural urge is to strike back, to match rudeness with rudeness. Marcus Aurelius offered a sharper alternative. The best way to avenge yourself is to not become like the person who injured you. Think about what retaliation actually is. Someone acts ugly, and you respond by becoming ugly too. They have not just insulted you, they have recruited you. When a troll insults you online and you fire back with venom, the troll wins twice. Stay calm, stay decent, and you deny them their only real power, which is the power to drag you down to where they live. Lesson 7. An insult only lands if you accept the delivery. Epictetus said that if someone hands your body to a stranger you would be outraged, yet you hand your mind to anyone who insults you, letting them disturb it at will. He also taught that when someone speaks badly of you, it is your own opinion that completes the injury. Words are just sounds until you sign for the package. Some stranger in a comments section calls you an idiot. Who is this person? They do not know you, your history, your character. Their insult is a rumor about someone who does not exist. Refuse the delivery. Unclaimed insults return to sender. Lesson 8. Your anger punishes you, not them. Seneca observed that anger often costs the angry person far more than the original injury ever did. Someone is rude to you for 10 seconds, and you donate 3 days of your peace to the incident. They insulted you once. You have now insulted yourself 100 times by replaying it. Think of the driver who honked at you this morning. He forgot you before the next intersection, while you carried him into your kitchen, your office, your evening. Holding anger is like clutching a hot coal you intend to throw. Whatever the other person deserves, you deserve better than to burn for their mistake. Lesson 9. Zoom out until the offense disappears. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself how quickly everything is forgotten, how both the praised and the praisers vanish into time. He would picture human affairs from high above, whole cities and quarrels shrinking into a dot. Try it with your own irritations. That argument in the meeting, will it matter in a year? Will anyone remember it in 5? Almost every offense that enrages you today will be completely erased within weeks, even from your own memory. So why pay full price for something already dissolving? When someone bothers you, mentally step back until you see the whole city, the whole decade. Small things look small from a proper distance. Lesson 10. You were made to work with these people. Marcus Aurelius wrote that human beings exist for one another, made for cooperation like the rows of upper and lower teeth. To feel rage at another person, he said, is to work against nature itself. This reframe is powerful. The annoying colleague is not an obstacle to your life. He is part of your life, part of the same body of humanity you belong to. You can teach him, tolerate him, or route around him, but hating him is like your left hand attacking your right. When family tension flares at the dinner table, remember you are teeth in the same mouth. Bite the problem, not each other. Lesson 11. Review your anger every evening. Seneca described his own nightly practice. When the day was over and the lamp was out, he would examine his entire day, asking what fault he had cured, what temptation he had resisted, where he had spoken too harshly. He cross-examined himself like a witness, and he hid nothing. This is how calm is actually built, not in the heated moment, but in quiet review afterward. Tonight, ask yourself, where did I lose my temper today, and what judgment triggered it? Was it the traffic, the coworker, the comments section? Name the trigger, plan tomorrow's response, and forgive yourself. Progress, not perfection, is the Stoic standard. So what does all this add up to? A simple, radical idea. No one can make you angry without your cooperation. Not the driver, not the coworker, not the stranger online. They supply the event. You supply the anger. And what you supply, you can withhold. The Stoics were not cold men suppressing their feelings. They were free men who refused to let their inner peace be operated by remote control. Start small. Delay one angry reply. Expect one rude person tomorrow morning. Review one flash of temper tonight. Do this for a month, and you will notice something strange. The world did not get kinder, but you got calmer. And a person who cannot be provoked cannot be controlled. That is not weakness. That is the quietest form of power there is.